please, please, you heard the mayor beg, I'm begging, stay home. If it's an emergency situation, call 911. We actually have a task force that has been set up between Erie County, AMR in New York State to get ambulance service back up in the city of Buffalo. It is up. But the task force is an ambulance with a tracked vehicle. So there are 7 of them. So if a call goes out for a critical emergency response, an ambulance from AMR goes out with a tracked vehicle from the county, from New York State, from parties that have been brought in, sheriff's office, in which they go with the ambulance because they realize in many of these neighborhoods they're not going to be able to get the ambulance through. So then the EMTs jump into the tracked vehicle and they go over the snow and into the neighborhoods to get to the homes. Of course, it's taking much longer to respond as a result of this because most of these tracked vehicles generally don't drive more than 15, 20 miles an hour. But that's what we're dealing with in the city of Buffalo. Emergency response service has been restored. And I want to thank all of the emergency medical service techs that work for New York State, that work for the county, that work for AMR for the work that they're doing. But when you have a tracked vehicle that has to be used to get in these communities to save someone's life, you certainly aren't getting in there with your Camaro. The Cheektowaga ban has been lifted, as most people know, but northern Cheektowaga, including Cleveland Hill and Pine Hill, are still in rough shape. And I was told by the supervisor recently there are still 2 roads that were impassable. When I say rough shape, I mean at best they have 1 lane open for emergency vehicles. I do want to know, because people have reached out, why was the Cheektowaga ban lifted? The town announced the ban was lifted before we were advised about it. I actually learned about it last night from someone in Cheektowaga who contacted me to say, was the ban lifted in Cheektowaga? And I said no, and they sent me a photo saying the ban was lifted in Cheektowaga.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the
truth.
No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They let
me decide.
Newsmax.
real news
For real people.